Jered's an amazing farmer. And will you tell us a little bit about Pie Ranch, that unusual
Sure.
name, and how it all got started?
Great, and thank you. Yeah, it's wonderful to be here. Thanks for inviting me and Pie Ranch. We're Pie Ranch because we're located on a pie-sliced shaped piece of land. It's our geologic fate that gave rise to the name. And we also wanted to choose a name of a farm that got at the ingredients that grow really well in our area on the coast, southern coast of San Mateo County. And so strawberries and apples and pumpkins, these are crops notorious for growing well in our area, and they're also wonderful for making pie.
I think I just have to hold one of these up. I mean, we have a whole, I know, don't want to make all the viewers jealous, but if you could see this produce, I mean, that doesn't even look real. It's so beautiful, and everything in this basket is amazing. So you started out and you grow strawberries, and what else do you grow?
Strawberries, in this case also rhubarb. We have perennials, so we have fruit trees for citrus, for lemon meringue pie, or also for, we add a little bit of lemon for the strawberry rhubarb pies. And we have apple trees. We also have animals for their eggs, for their milk, for the butter, and for the meat as well.
So those are not your standard white eggs by any stretch of the imagination?
Yeah, we love the diversity of breeds that are available, the heirloom varieties of hens there, that we can have this kind of diversity also of egg color as well.
So when you started the ranch, or the farm, the ranch, was it just to grow your own food, or was the educational component in there? What was your primary reason?
Right. Yeah, my wife, Nancy Vale, and I, from the beginning, we wanted to have a farm not just be for commercial production, but really to help be a source of education for urban youth in particular, but also all of us who, over the last number of generations have lost that connection to where our food's coming from. So for us, it was really to leverage this small farm to help be a place for food and farming education.
And how many acres is Pie Ranch?
27 acres
27
now.
acres.
We started on 14.
Okay. And I know you started out with the strawberries, right? And then gradually expanded, and now you're growing wheat. Not many people have seen wheat up close.
Yeah, we grew wheat from the beginning because it is the foundation of any pie. So we kind of are obligated to grow wheat, but it also is a wonderful educational crop because it's sort of where agriculture all began.
So I know we're going to tie it all together by talking about the pies later, but what about the educational part of Pie Ranch? You have students out there periodically, right? Great.
Yes, we have every week there are youth groups who come out. We have partner high schools that we work more regularly with. One's in San Francisco, Mission High, one and two are San Mateo County. One's Oceana High and Pacifica, and then our local Pescadero High.
And how does that work for your partner high schools?
Yeah, so we have long-term relationships with teachers and administrators at the school, and then students during their whole tenure. So we'll have students come in as ninth graders and come back for repeat experiences on the farm.
And most of them have never been on a farm, let alone in the country, right?
A lot haven't. Most haven't. There are some that come are recent immigrants who are coming from more of an agricultural background, but yes, most are folks who have not even left maybe their neighborhood that much. It might be the first time they've gone down the coast from the city.
And do they stay over? Do they just come in for the day? What's their routine like?
Most are day trips. We will start in the morning with orientation on the farm, tour activities that are farm-based. We'll split up into groups. Some will do an activity, maybe planting, weeding, harvesting. Others will be in the kitchen helping to prepare a meal for their classmates. And so some will be on the savory side preparing the entrees for the lunch, and others will be on the baking side working to develop the pinnacle of what we do, the pie, for dessert.
And then do the people who pull the short straws get the weeding job? I would think that's the lowest on the list, right? They don't want that.
Yeah, but since they come back regularly, there's the opportunity for everybody to have.
Is there a pecking order a little bit? The veterans don't have to weed? Is that
no, and I think part of the fun, it may be challenging work here and there, but if you haven't done it, it's the kind of activity that I think that people enjoy doing, just having your hands in the soil and working with your friends, and it brings out part of us that I feel like has been missing. We have that disconnection to nature, to where our food comes from, and farms are this great place to to make that reunite.
Well, you're always so
again.
passionate about what you do, and I'm sure our viewers can see that. And I remember when you were very passionate about a new product you had that you put together as a fertilizer machine. You want to tell us
right.
about
Well,
that?
what came first? I'm just the
Yeah, right,
chicken.
the chicken.
But the chicken definitely has something else that it gives us besides eggs. And so the fertility, our goal as an educational farm too, is to teach farming practices that utilize the best of what nature has to offer. And historically, our farms have relied on animal fertility, and still to this day, a lot of the other growers that you may get the chance to interview or visit, are bringing in chicken manure from the Central Valley, and we thought, well, maybe a healthier version of
Local
that would be to
manure.
have our own chickens fertilizing the fields, and at the same time getting a tasty product out of them.
And it's a
as
mobile
well.
fertilizer, right? I mean,
So,
will you describe it for people?
Sure.
It's a little hard to.
Yeah, it's like a gypsy wagon. It's an old artichoke harvest trailer that we've converted into a chicken coop that can pull about 150 hens through these pasture strips that will, after 3 to 4 years as being actively resting, we'll turn that into our food-producing ground that will grow the berries and the wheat and
So maybe
other
that's the
crops.
last job on the list. Maybe weeding is above that. Maybe pushing the chicken fertilizing machine is the lowest
luckily,
job
it's,
on the
as
list.
it's a harvest trailer, the tractor can gets to do that.
I see. So how does the pie making component come in? Let's tie it all together.
Sure. Well,
in 2 ways, I believe, with Mission High School and then also with the farm stand, which we'll get to. But
right. Well, we had the need to develop a commercial kitchen so that we can sell the pies at the roadside barn, which is also our farm stand that we have open now 4 days a week, and it's our chance to share what we're doing with the public, not only just to have produce available in the pies, but also as a teaching experience an educational experience for the apprentices who work with us, who are learning about small-scale diversified farming.
so how are the pies? So they're making them now on site at Pie Ranch and then selling them in the farm stand?
For our educational program, we make them on site as a part of our activities, but because we do not have a commercial kitchen on site, we work with a commercial baker in Santa Cruz, a companion bake shop, and they take our ingredients and transform them into pies that we have the ability to sell to the public.
So you had mentioned your farm stand is open 4 days a week. Which 4 days are those? And what are the hours? I'm sure after people have seen this basket, they're going to line up.
Great. Thursday through Sunday. On Thursday and Friday, it's from 12 to 6, and on Saturday and Sunday, it's from 10 to 6.
And is that year-round, Jered?
That is now year-round.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a great.
And I know you have a lot of products in that store aside from your produce and the eggs and the pies. You've had some specialty flowers now that people can buy?
We grow flowers. There's also on the land around us is historically is a flower growing area, and so there's still some leftover bulbs from the 80s that we have, some Watsonias and other cut flowers. We also, one of our apprentices did his own olive pressing this last year, and so we have his olive oil available.
And I've seen milled flour, actual flour for baking in there. I don't know if you still...
Yes,
right?
and definitely. So we offer fresh milled flour as well. So all the ingredients that you would need to make a pie.
So Jered, just very quickly, I know we're wrapping up, but you have a vision for the farm in terms of making it a historic landmark or updating the facility. Will you tell us about that? I know you've been trying to do some fundraising.
Yes, well, it's kind of a unique opportunity this year. It's the 150th anniversary of the Steel Ranch.
Wow.
It's the farmstead been there since the Steels arrived and built the house in 1863. So it's already listed on the National Register of Historic Places. But being 150 years old, there's a lot of restoration work that needs to happen. So we're engaging the public in helping us achieve that goal.
Well, we're going to put your website on at the end of the show so people can find you, and it will also be on the Fresh as It Gets website. But thank you so much, Jered, for being with us. It's always a pleasure to see you and to hear your excitement in what you do.
Oh, thank you, Anne. It's a pleasure to be here.